Daily listing habit may cause diabetes. Seriously, I'm not kidding. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Polish Pete, eBay reseller based in UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. I'm also an unpaid carer for an elderly and disabled person who lives abroad, and that's what takes the most of my time. Today I would like to talk about daily listing and how and why it may cause something that I call eBay diabetes. Yes, in my opinion, daily listing, especially when done wrong, can massively harm your account to the point where you will come here to YouTube and you will complain that you hardly get any sales at all despite having 20,000 items listed. Today, I will tell you why it happens and what to do to avoid it. And no, eBay is not broken because you can't get sales despite having 20,000 items listed. Your shop has developed eBay diabetes. But before we start, if you are interested in this kind of content, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. If you'll find this video interesting, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. If you wish to go further, please comment down below what do you think about what I've just said. And yeah, let's talk about some numbers first. Guys, times have changed. Merely 10 years ago, in 2015, guys, 10 years ago, honestly, it's not that long, 10 years. 10 years ago on eBay, there was 800 million listings. 800 million listings on eBay, globally, in the whole world. In 2025, 10 years later, it's now 2.3 billion listings. 3 times as many. And this growth is exponential. I believe that's the word. Meaning that growth gains the speed. The number of listings on eBay is growing faster and faster and faster and faster when time progresses. Today, 150 million listings is being added a month. Next year, it may be 200 million. 3 years from now, it may be 500 million listings a month. Yeah, especially when those AI tools will gain momentum. So, there is 3 times as many listings. So is there 3 times as many buyers? No, of course. Of course it isn't. In 2015, 10 years ago, there was 157 million users on eBay. Today, it's 135 million users. 22 million users less. 3 times more listings. And also, those buyers buy less. They spend less money than they used to because of cost of living crisis. On top of that, eBay is losing battle for the young generation, young people who prefer sites like Vinted because they are less complicated. All you need to do is just scroll on your phone and that's it. And on top of that, you can literally buy anything you want for a quid plus postage there. Just have a look at this. Ladies jeans, size 14, blue in color, maximum price £1. 500 plus listings, 500 plus results. And 500 is the biggest number that Vinted gives you. It may as well be 2,000. It may be as well be 5,000. Yeah? Same thing on eBay. Boom. Literally one. Literally one. Guys, whatever you were doing to sell your items on eBay 10 years ago is not going to work today. You need to understand it. eBay is not broken. Circumstances have changed. eBay is not hiding your listings. They are being lost in the sea of everything sells on eBay eventually. eBay is not shadow banning you. They just prefer sellers that are better than you. And there is not enough traffic to give it to everyone, to give everyone a chance. No, they have to choose between you and between sellers that are better than you. That's why you are not getting traffic. eBay is at least 3 times harder than it used to be 10 years ago because there is 3 times more listings and there is less buyers, and those buyers spend less than they used to. And it will be harder and harder and harder and harder every week, month, year to come because the number of listings is growing exponentially, whatever the name is. You know that growth is speeding up. Now let's go back to main topic. Tell me, what would happen to you if you ate only chocolate bars? At first, you would have plenty of energy. You would go around like that Duracell bunny. But as time progresses, especially if you wouldn't be able to burn all that energy from those chocolate bars, you would develop obesity, and soon after, type 2 diabetes would be in the menu. And your eBay account is exactly the same when you feed it with chocolate bars. When you feed it with more and more and more and more listings that have no value, that have no quality, that don't sell super fast. Especially if that listing habit, that daily listing habit, is your only answer for all your eBay issues. Just carry on listing. That's what I hear all over the place. Just carry on listing. Now, don't get me wrong. Daily listing most likely will give you daily sales if you can source and list certain amount of good stuff. eBay will reward you with daily sales. But the keyword here is good stuff. Stuff that sells quickly. Stuff that doesn't sit there for months or years before it sells, or it doesn't sell at all. Long tail items are not an answer anymore. Listing something and waiting for the correct buyer is not the answer anymore. It's not. If you can source and list quick moving items or so-called high sell-through ratio items, then more or less, with a bit of luck, you will be able to sell them quickly and you will get those daily sales. You will be able to burn those calories that you are feeding eBay with. Yeah? All those chocolate bars will get burned and you will get those daily regular sales. The problem is that those quick moving items are not easy to find. And as soon as you start compromising on a quality or on the quickness, yeah, you are getting into trouble. As soon as you start saying, yeah, it's not so quick moving item, but it will sell eventually. Yeah, normally I wouldn't pick it, but I have to list those 20 items a day, so I have to pick something. Yeah, I need to buy stock to list that 20. Yeah, I shouldn't be really picking it, but insert whatever your excuse is. Yeah? Don't get me wrong. I've been there. I've done that. I've bought stock that I shouldn't have bought. And when I was buying it, I knew that I shouldn't have bought it. Yet I've bought it. I've got at least 500 items on my second shop that I shouldn't have. I shouldn't really source them, but I did, and I have them. And I knew perfectly at the time that I'm shooting myself in my foot. But I did it anyway. Because why? Because people think that this time it will work. Compromising on that quickness of selling will cause a situation where not all the calories are being burned. You start to accumulating more and more and more items in your shop. You're trying to reason with yourself by saying, when I will double my number of items in my shop, I will double my sales, which is sadly one of the biggest lies of reselling. You start lying to yourself that you are growing your business, while really you are growing your inventory and storage space. You are only growing the amount of money that you've got tied up into your inventory, and amount of money that you will have to pay for that storage unit. That's what you're growing, not your business. Your eBay shop will slowly become obese. It will grow in size, but sales will barely move up. At some point, the obesity is so great that this type 2 diabetes kicks in. Yeah, this is when eBay's algorithm comes and brands your shop as low probability selling shop, if that makes sense. You've got too many items in your shop in comparison to your sales. You've got too many items that are not moving in comparison to your sales, current sales. Algorithm will dramatically lower the amount at what's most importantly, quality of the traffic that you are getting. You are going to get garbage impressions. You are going to get impressions that eBay knows seldom convert into sales. You will be on the bottom of search results, or you won't be there at all. eBay will start using your listings as a gap filler, as a void. Yeah, you'll be on the bottom of the page. You will be shown to people who are browsers, not buyers, to people who need to look at 1,000 items before they buy one. Yeah, you will be shown to certain demographic who like to look at items but don't have money to buy them. And this situation will develop way much faster if you are not selling high sell-through ratio items, if you are just listing typical stuff that eBay is flooded with, stuff that requires time and effort to get sold. Yeah? And the first sign of eBay diabetes is a large number of items with 0 views in last 30 days. Go to your account and check it. Go to your active items, sort them by views, and check how many items have you got with 0 views in last 30 days. Yesterday I have checked it and I had 11 out of 1,600. 11 out of 1,600. That's good. That's really good, considering the fact that I haven't been listing for 12 months. If you have like 30-40% of your listings with 0 views in last 30 days, you're done, buddy. You're done. It's not that eBay obesity will come soon. Yeah, it's already there. It's already there. At this point, if your answer is just carry on listing, you will only make things worse. Guys, forget about listing. At this day and age, the most important thing on eBay is selling your items, not listing them. If you sell, eBay will carry on sending you traffic. If you don't sell, the only way is down. There is so many listings that eBay has to make a decision. Who gets the traffic who goes into the mud. And they won't do it listing by listing, item by item. No, they will brand your entire account as bad and they will push you to the mud. Whatever you will list, whatever you will have, you're gonna be in the mud. Forget for a while about 12 photos, good title, free postage, free returns, next day dispatch, and all that malarkey. Forget about it. For a while. It's all important, but it's secondary. Like it's important for a football player to have a good night's sleep and a healthy diet. Yes, sure, it's important. But if you are George Best, you can score 3 goals after partying till 5 a.m., coming to the stadium still drunk, and missing whole week of training. And you will score those 3 goals because you are George Best. You score goals. No matter what, no matter when, no matter against whom. In this day and age, on eBay, you have to be prolific scorer. You have to score goals every game. And eBay will love you for that. Just like supporters love those strikers who score goals. If you can guarantee sales, eBay will keep sending traffic your way. You will be the go-to guy. eBay will give you prominent spots in search results because you are scoring goals day in, day out. If you are not making sales, you can take all your good photos or your good titles, your free returns, your free dispatch, your next day dispatch. You can have the best items in the world and you can take them all and you can shove it you know where. What eBay cares about is sales and positive buyer's experience. If you can provide those two, you are good to go. eBay doesn't care about your spotless kit and shiny boots. Goals. Goals are what counts on eBay today. And you can have the worst inventory in the world, honestly. Honestly. If you are making sales, eBay doesn't care. Because if you are making sales, this inventory is good enough for eBay. But if your inventory is good and you're making sales, then you will have self-spinning machine. I read that left, right, and center in comments on YouTube. Right? eBay only sends traffic to the chosen ones, to the special ones, to the big sellers. Yes, it does. It does. Because there is not enough traffic to send it to everyone. And they guarantee scoring goals. And you, my friend, you are sitting on the bench. And your only hope is that eBay one day will give you a chance and let you in. But then you have to be like Lewandowski. On off the bench, 5 goals in 10 minutes. When you get a chance, you have to score. Because if you won't score, there will be no second chance. Or another chance will be 3 months down the line. If you want to list daily, you better be sure that your items are selling. Otherwise, you are going to suffer. Some will suffer earlier, some will suffer later, but they all will suffer. If you list 20 a day, but you sell 5 for an extended period of time, you are going to suffer. Yes, you will be selling on a sugar rush, but every so often it will not be enough. Your sales will dry out. And then you will come to idea, I have to list 40. Then I have to list 60, I have to list 100. And more and more and more and more and more and more just to combat that dry spell of sales. And then your shop, your eBay shop will have 100 items, 500 items, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 items. And then somewhere along the way, eBay diabetes will happen. Internal eBay algorithm will kick in and brand you and your account as a one that doesn't guarantee sales. And the traffic will stop flowing. Traffic will go to better accounts that can guarantee sales. I've been there, I've done that. And it took me a lot of time and effort to pull myself out of that mud. I had to set up second shop and move all that bad inventory to the second shop. Then I had to go and revise all my listings, one after another, and I had to double down on my green wave theory to pull myself out of that mud. And then, when you've got 10,000 listings and no sales, you will come here and say eBay is broken, eBay is shadow banning me, eBay is hiding my listings. Yes, pal, it does. Because your shop has eBay diabetes. It's overweight, it's obese. There is too many items that are just not moving, and they are dragging your entire account down into the mud. Because eBay will not check every single listing. eBay will say, okay, that account is bad, get rid of it. That's it. And it doesn't matter what you're gonna list. You are in the mud. And you are the one who caused it. Not broken eBay. It happens by design. eBay eliminates strikers who can't score goals. It trades those strikers to the different club, to the bloody Vinted FC. If eBay sends you a ball after ball after ball and you keep failing to score, at some point they say, let's get rid of this guy. He obviously can't score even to the open goal. Just go to your account and check how many impressions eBay has given you last month. They've done the job. How many goals have you scored from those impressions? Guys, stop concentrating on listing your items. Do it, but don't treat it as a panacea for all the illnesses. Yeah? All those people who say just keep listing are wrong. If you are not selling, listing more is not going to help you. It may help you in a really short run, and then you are back to the mud. Start concentrating on selling your stuff. The more you sell, the easier it gets. Find out what algorithm likes. Pick items that sell faster. Don't pick items because everything sells on eBay eventually. Fill up your item specifics to the brim, even above the brim. Make your items similar to each other. Understand that today this is the only thing that will guarantee you the place in search results. Items similar to each other, so when you sell one, similar items go up. Otherwise, you will be at the bottom, if at all. And you will have to pay 20% promoted listings just to make a sale once in a blue moon. Don't allow your shop to gain weight. Don't try to expand your shop for the sake of expanding your shop. Don't do it. The ideal situation is when you can't keep up with listing stuff because it's selling so fast. You are listing 10 and 12 is selling. That's your goal. Not listing 20, sell 5, 25, 25, 25. And every single day your shop is getting more and more weight. I haven't been listing for a year on a highly saturated market, cheap ladies clothing, full of regular Janes, excuse me, selling their stuff for a quid plus postage, 2 quid plus postage, 3 quid plus postage. I don't do free postage, I don't do free returns, I don't do next day dispatch. My photos are shit, my titles look the same. I'm still selling. Every day in, day out. Currently, 75 days without zero sales day in a 1500 items shop. After not listing for a year. If that's not the proof that daily listing is overrated, then I don't know what is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And that will be it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, please don't forget to click that like button on your way out. If you wish to support the channel further, leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. God bless you all and bye-bye.